Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. Yes, indeed, we are live from Rubi-ka. Anyway, let's go to the live screen. There we are. That's better. We can see what's going on. Hopefully everything's working. So, there's a bag of spoils left over from doing all the Elysium quests. Yes, it is. Anyway, so I've had a busy day. Done some driving, been for physio, drove back, did some shopping, had some food, and now sat down. So, right. I'm just looking at the buffs I'm running currently. Silent dagger. Piercing tooth. No, it's this one I really want to start being able to cast now. Psycho mod and Sense Imp for 491. Don't think we're anywhere near that. Psycho mod 531. Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch. We're not far off on. Oh no, Sense Imp needs to be 531. Yeah, I do have other spirits that may be useful. The brain one at the minute, that's the highest one I can equip. And I think probably that's about it. That was the base ability one. Was there any others in here? No. Time, space, matter creation in that hand. Did I get another left wrist with nano skill? Multi-melee 31, I'm using multi-melee. Run speed 41, sneak attack 25, add damage. Okay. Yeah, this is why alphas on Shade are so powerful, because it's a combination of all of these. Yeah. More levels, basically. Oh yeah, I've got massive run buff. Grid space freedom, wee! I am the speedster. Yes, indeed. Yeah, so we had a good little run last night, to be fair. Backyard revitalization. There's 17 minutes left on that. So I'm not sure what I want to do next with this character. I do kind of want some Predator armor, but drop rate is abysmal. And it is very heavily camped as well, unfortunately. It's not just because it's PRK. Basically, the drop rate has always been pretty terrible. We've done some patching today. It just said various fixes, etc. So feels very smooth. Unlaggy. Oh, these are here still. Battle station terminal. Yeah. No worky. Oh, it do worky. I think it was supposed to work. I don't think any terminals will be here, and even if they are, only that one, and it doesn't work. So I wouldn't have thought they do much of anything. Didn't know it actually had any function whatsoever. That's interesting to know. How long are we doing on that mastery? We have 20 minutes left on that. Could really do with better pants, amongst other things. So we got the Predator chest, nice, but we've still got Rhino Man gloves, and unbelievably still wearing Joint Clan newcomer sleeves. Not ideal. Certainly not best in slot armor, that's for sure. There we go, try some Predators on the shade itself. But I just don't know, you know. Shame about the grid space. Came the wrong way, really, didn't I? I want to go to Elysium. Yeah, I think I killed about 24 predators and got a couple of bits. I suppose it's not that bad, but it ain't great. There we go. Well, this guy's supposed to have a quest to talk to another guy far north. Who then sends you on to kill predators. But I was looking at a quest last night. That was it. I was looking at a quest last night. Which one was it? Is it this one? No, I don't think it was him. There's one that sends you out to deal with... We did that. Once you've collected 5, return back to the Yutto. Trade samples, sample bag received. Use the portal, you'll get back to East Elysium. Talk to one with the graceful neck and tell him you have the spores. He will thank you and give you a red hat. You now have 15 minutes to get back to one. Visiting Barter. Interested in another field trip collecting fungi? You can now say you're interested in visiting Barter instead. Okay, so let's go talk to that guy. Can't wait for people to get to Pand and the loot drama to start. Is it going to be instanced Pand or classic Pand? Is it going to be? It's going to be classic Pandemonium, isn't it? (18.4). We didn't have instanced Pand, did we? Yeah. So without the instance Pand, which basically did solve the drama. in that people had their own playground, you know. It didn't fix the people. It just, oh my God. Okay, I think someone copy and pasted something there that they maybe didn't think through. Oh no, it's not this guy, it's the other one, isn't it? Red mushroom guy. Who is across this dangerous danger bridge #1. Why is it danger bridge? Well, if you fall off, mate, you're in a world of trouble. In fact, crossing this with a pet, recommended guidance, pet wait, cross bridge, pet warp. Don't even. He won't talk to me then. Right, easy, 50-minute get back to one. So do I have to do the mixture quest again? Okay, so maybe we start with the guy north. Because I did do that quest once. I always forget about it. Because it's not a straightforward or obvious set of steps to get to it. Mind you, I remember how implant clusters used to be called before they made them make sense. They were very sort of, they had kind of flowery names. A shining cluster of rapidity. What? Is that ranged in it, melee in it, or run speed? You know, and you had to look at each one. You couldn't tell by the name. And then they defluffed it, basically. So instead of that, it went from that kind of name to shining nano cluster of run speed or something, you know. Or just run speed cluster shiny. You know, it was one of those. But previous to that, oh my God, it was a nightmare to navigate. Well, actually, no, that's not correct. It wasn't a nightmare to navigate, but you spent a long time having to check which one did what before you bought it to make sure you were buying the thing you actually wanted to increase a skill on. Okay, is it you I need? I'm not interested in the harvest. Oh, need someone to visit the barber. Yeah, barber camp. I will call the Mortig chieftain for you. I will kill the looting Mortigs for you. Right, okay. So does it give me a location for these? No, but we got to go to Barter. Got to go to Barter. Okay. In which case, I want an insignia. Pink goggles, no clue. Welcome to the stream. Come on then, mate. You might drop me an insignia. Or you might walk back to where you were. So when is Pandemonium going to open then? I didn't even think Inferno was open yet. Pink Goggles reached a streak. 25 stream streak. Oh my god. Thank you very much for the 25 streams you've tuned in for. Much appreciated. Do I want to kill my own sided mobs? I don't think I do. I think there's some unread mobs this way. X Quality, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. No attack. No attack. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fucking no attack thing. Especially when they can attack you. No attack. Ugh. They start attacking you and you're like, okay then mate, bring it. Bring it. Oh wait, I can't fight back. A bright nano cluster of high ROF. Yeah, they had all kinds of weird names. I can't actually remember them all that specifically, but I do remember they were very odd. And kind of poetically named, I suppose. Versus how they are today, which is... it does X, Y, and Z, you know. Yeah, bright cluster, high ROF. Yeah, it did. I'm not wrong. I do remember it being like that. Not many people do, but if you played back in the day, in the early days of AO, yeah. That's how it was. Ooh, you don't have no attack. Okay, come to me. I want to be your friend. Come on then. Come away from the others. Alright, don't. Will be great. Oh my god, yeah. The drama will ensue. Trying to up your faction? No, I just want an insignia. Just because it's quicker to get somewhere. Via the garden. And I don't have the garden key yet, so... Surprisingly... Ooh, oh, Baroness father. It's... girl that saw it all now, isn't it? We're on. I probably am affecting my faction, but not by much at this stage. Eucalyptic. Or are you trying to freak some people out over Nace hecklers? What? You dropped nothing. Yeah, I don't think the faction thing is actually doing all that much at the moment. I don't know. I'm not 200, so... This is pretty cool. One of you's gonna have a bloody insignia. Come on. you guys do social aggro. Okay. I used to play with you and Savik a bit on my dock. Morty dock. I remember that, yeah. Cool days. Were you with us when we were beta testing the high-level subway? Because that was fun. Just trying to figure out what the hell we're doing, kind of thing. Oh, you've got no attack, and you have no attack. Goodbye. We'll just run. We'll just run. A couple of predators while we're here, though. If we can get through the gateway. Hey, the kids came through as well. No fair. Check out your tail. I don't want to check out your tail because you haven't got one, you weirdo. Yeah, NPCs in parrot form. What the hell? What is that even? I guess that hot ran out. Yeah, it ran out. Okay. I'm going to leave that guy there while I go and find another beer. Back very shortly, everyone. Fixer NPCs dropping their grid armor. Yeah! What the hell? There's one out in Wailing Wastes, isn't there? In the middle of a bunch of other NPCs. I remember trying to kill him and it was like, I just couldn't hit the guy. Because he was wearing grid armor. Just need a bunch of agents. Yeah, something like that. Let me guess. These guys are farming predators. I think it's kind of best in slot armor for a shade around this level. And for a few levels more. The drop rate is horrible. And there's a limited number of mobs. And they're virtually always camped. Yep, here's the other guy. He's farming the other two on a 140 MA. This is probably his main. So yeah, Predator armor is like, he's got to find a time of day when there's no fucker else here. Otherwise, it ain't happening. You might kill 100 of them to get a full set. Put it that way. But the drop rate was always that way. It's not something exclusive to PRK. It's just that's how the game was made. Are you going to go to the next zone, or do you have other plans? Oh, what, Sheol? Yeah, probably at some point. Not quite done here yet. Is my genuine feeling. Like, oh, but there's a bunch of other stuff to do here yet. So, I want to kind of finish off as much as I can and then think about it, you know? Sheol can be a bit of a double-edged sword, though. Right, barter from here. Dome view. Why too far north? Where the hell is barter? I always forget. Is it south? I always think it's north. I don't know why. It is in fact south. Oh well. I always think it's north. I don't quite know why my brain has that imprinted on it when it's not the case. We ran north to begin the quest, so... Devourer of Life, 101. Tough mobs, those, as well. They can really fluff you up if you're not ready for them. Oh, not you. No blinds, please. Alright, I'm not sure we can get through the gate here. We might have to go through the high gate. It kind of breaks when you're going the opposite way. Quite often you have to use that one. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I don't think we're getting through. Evening, Kalos. What is on the program today? It is the Project Rubi-ka server. Is free game or do you need to buy? Is free game. And will always be for... Jesus, dude. Yeah. We're not zoning here. We've got to go round. Okay. Before we do. can I play this from Steam? No, you cannot. Shadowland and everything is free. No. There is no alien invasion. What it is an emulator server for preservation. So it's the 18.4 game, not the current game. Eventually it may have AI, as in alien invasion, but it doesn't have it currently. They're in no rush to introduce it. You can add, yeah, you can, but I wouldn't. Why run Steam when you don't have to? Why would you do that? It makes no sense to me why people would do that. I mean, yeah, on a modern PC, Steam in the background's nothing, but even so, server been having major issues, unfortunately. Which, live or this one? I have more server issues on live, and that's down to the hackers and the griefers that Funcom don't seem able or willing to do anything about. Oh, you're attacking my base? Well, I'm going to crash the playfield then. Using third-party software, which is completely against the terms of service. Just so, you know, my bat, my ball, fuck everybody else. And because of the server meshing, it means a bunch of other zones crash at the same time. Completely screwing everybody else's fun. But Funcom seem to be like, it's okay, we'll just let it happen. It's just, yeah, live is a mess at the minute. They're selling graces, buying and selling graces for trillions of credits. The inflation is just so out of control. Yeah. It's bonkers out of control. If you download the client from Steam, it will not work with this server. You need to go to project Rubi-ka.com. Searching for routes, Eli Yutto quest, but I can't find Maya Rafter or Flux Rafters. I can tell you where you will find them. And so will AO Universe. So, basically, let me get the map open. So if you go to the middle, you will find Maya Rafters at the north end of this map here. Shattered Heartlands, so sort of down here-ish, and near this kind of weird concrete structure there. But you will also find a few of them near Remains as well. So depending on your faction, Chaos or Kronos Canyon or Shattered Heartlands, and you want to sort of head this way over here. You'll find the Maya Rafters there. Watch out. They have a stun nano and a nuke. So they're quite tough, so make sure you're picking them off one at a time. I never understood how they managed trillions when max bank 4 billion. The 4 billion is an artificial limit. And all it means is that you have to get that limit back down. And you do that by creating buy orders and dealing with thousands of emails where you move the credits around. It's bonkers, but it can be done. Why the fuck are you posting all this? Peer Pressure Peter, welcome to the stream, and thank you very much for the resub. 10 months. Thank you, sir. Yeah, well, let's make the number smaller. Let's say you have 5 billion in the bank, not trillions, but the principle's the same. So what you do is you withdraw 1 billion, and you keep doing that until your GMI account has 4 billion. Then you create a buy order for something that either you want or cannot actually be sold, like a bag or container of any kind. Then you open up the email, take the money out of it, never leave money in the email folder. It can vanish when the email expires and there is no getting it back, so never leave it in there. Leave it in GMI or put it on alts, but that's it. Then go back to your buy order and increase it, and that soaks up the credits. The problem is you've got to refresh the buy orders to keep it working. So it's a lot of work. There you go. And the other predators camped again. If they made a backpack saleable, it would be monumentally abused. I don't think they will, and in fact I hope they never do, because it really would mess things up. The abuse that would be under, it would be like remarkably bad. They wouldn't, they don't even look at the game anymore. Yeah, they forgot to switch Christmas on this year. Okay, Christmas started like a week late or something stupid. So obviously no one's paying attention to the game or the servers in as far as Anarchy Online and Funcom are concerned. Thank you, Twitch. I was indeed more interested in the S26 than Callus 2. Well, you know, I mean, it's a hard act to follow. Oh, good God. All this. I'm going to go back the other side, get an insignia, and just go to the garden. Everyone get ads at the same time. I don't know. I have no control over it. I do apologise for the ads. They're horrible, but Twitch obviously has to keep the lights on. I mean, it's not like they're supported by a company that just essentially creates infinite amounts of money. Bezos, Amazon. Yeah. If I could find a... I've seen other streams that I've watched, and the ads are, they don't block the stream, they just pop up at the bottom. Like the stream kind of shrinks a little bit, and the ad kind of runs at the bottom, so you can largely completely ignore it. Yeah, if you want to get any kind of money out of Twitch, and seeing as I'm taking Bezos money, I'm happy to. Lord knows he's holding enough of it in the Cayman Isles and other places where he's exempt from tax. So yeah, I have no problem taking money off them. Considering, you know, I don't care about money from streaming or being anything to, you know, I just couldn't give a shit. I made 100 times more money being a musician than I've ever made on anything to do with YouTube or Twitch or any of that. It's like having a record deal. I mean, you're basically screwed over from day one. You've got to be in the business oh God, you've got to be in the business a long time to actually make money with a record company. Oh, not that one. Whatever that was. Most of the money I've ever made on Twitch has been people randomly being extremely generous and kind and donating. Yeah, so if you've got 5 billion, you withdraw 1 billion. create a buy order. No attack. Create a buy order and then increase that buy order from, like, let's say you've got 10 billion. So you withdraw 10 billion, 1 billion at a time. So you've got 10 emails with 1 billion credits in each waiting for you. Then you create a buy order. Now your total number of creds is below the 4 billion artificially introduced limit. Then make a buy order, withdraw the billion, fill it back up to 4 billion, add the 4 billion to the buy order for an item that no one would sell for that money or can't sell because it's a container of some kind. Yay, there we go. It's $3 from streaming and never take out. Yeah, you've got to hit a threshold to take the money out as well. So, I don't know how it is in different countries. I think they have a different amount depending on exchange rate or whatever. But in the UK, you have to make more than, I think, $60 or something, and then they'll pay you. Or you can bank that money and use it to subscribe to other channels, meaning they never have to pay you. That's a good scam. Spend the money we owe you on our services. Okay. I don't think so, Bezos, but I can see why you're so damn rich. Yeah. So yeah, there's a way around it, otherwise people wouldn't be doing it. Simple as that. Don't need that. Don't really need that right now. Don't need my Fear Forged blades no more. Don't need an old NCU. I shall leave you in there. Leave you there. Oh, the gloves. I might keep those. Old belt. All stuff I can pull out and give to another toon eventually. Temple of the Three Winds Keep. Well, I can't get in there, so I'll leave that here. Don't exactly need those. Or that. There we go. Now we're a bit neater, aren't we? And also, let's put these in the bank for the wrangle. And that, which I, again, don't need. I'll leave the rings in my inventory just in case I do need them. Shade is so much fun to watch you play. You mean I die a lot? I get it. I get it. And then he died. Oh, it was so good. You miss AO. You don't have to. I mean, God, it runs on a potato these days. You know. You want to run Dune Awakening above 30 FPS? You better buy a pretty decent system. It's Unreal 5. Right, okay. Find the looting Mortigs. Are they marked? I don't think they are. So it's somewhere around here. If only there was a guide. So at the bottom of Archibald. Somewhere. Oh. Okay, visiting barter. Looks like south of here, actually. Is it? rather confusing. Because when they did the article, they used a very old map. I played AO back in 2001. I remember Storm, my guild. Dork Carnival. Dark Carnival. I remember those guys. Oh my god. So it's kind of up near the edge there somewhere. Mortig War Chieftain. There you go. Right, okay. So we want to run a bit north. Check your map after the Mortig Chieftain. Okay. I don't even know if I can manage the Mortig Chieftain. I might die. My hot's run out already. Where is he? They're quite high level mobs here, aren't they? Compared to this character. A looting Mortig. So we've got to kill a few of these. So let's try one of these. These are level, or this guy is level 95. Okay, he's going to be a challenge. They hit hard. Indeed they do. But so do I. I'm full death as well, so I'm kind of hopeful. Good XP on them, though. Yeah, Storm is still a thing in AO. One of the oldest guilds in the game, if not the oldest, I think. I remember when they introduced guilds into the game, it didn't work. And we petitioned it. And the GM turned up and made it work. Somehow, manually. And said, "Grats. You know, first game, first guild. As far as we know, this is true. May not be, but that's what they said." I didn't join Storm that early, though. I think I joined Storm late 2001. They're old enough now, they're listed in that Portal TV show, quite possibly. Chieftain looks like outside buffs. That's what Chieftain looks like. Let's do the looting dudes first. Kill 5 of them. Okay. Do you have the scalpels from forums? Yes. Foremans? Foremans. Yes, I do. That was a task and a half to get those on a level 54 shade at the time. No, they didn't solo it. But I had to blitz them all the way down there to loot. That was the interesting part. Oh shit. A respawn mob. No. I mean, I know my way down the subway on live. Foreman's on live and how to avoid mobs there. But not all the tricks work on PRK. So, I had to get inventive. But we got there in the end. That's the thing. We got there in the end. But man, it was tough. It was tough. It was an entire stream, more or less. It was like 2 hours work, literally. Padded love gloves. I've never heard of them. Maybe they do. I don't know. My keeper could probably do this, but you know, blockers, 2 hots running. Looting Mortic. I think I accidentally aggroed a lost Mortic, which I do not want to do because they just chain spawn. Yeah, why are we seeing HTML spam? I mean, if someone asked for it and said, no, can you send me the HTML code for that script or whatever, then yeah, sure. But wouldn't you, I don't know, send it as a tell or something? Are these the Yutto quests? Yes, that's exactly what they are. Johan. I believe they think their script works, but when it doesn't, it breaks down and becomes spam. Yeah. New Island extra trade skills. There you go. That's all they were trying to do. But we were getting the, you know, extended code for some reason. Yay! Well done, us. I still don't think I can handle the chieftain, though. I think that's asking a bit much. Right, let's have a look. Yes? Yes. Also yes. Duh! Oh, max for title. Max for title, okay. Any specials I could increase Dmash? That would work. Well, that's totemic rights. Exaltation and Devour Vigor, I think. Might be the other one, might be Sublime Rapport. Yeah, the next one, Ritual of Zeal. Yeah, that's a much bigger heal. Much bigger heal. But I need 90 for that. I'm on 85 at the minute. So we'll get there, we'll get there. Just takes time, takes time. Okay, we'll make an attempt at the chieftain, but I don't think it's going to go well. I think this is going to be a runaway. Yeah, we're going to be running away, I think. Yeah, he's got nukes and shit. Ow. Fucking nukes. Yeah, we're going to need a hot. With a hot, I think we can do it. Otherwise, I think we're out of luck. I think... no, I think we need the hot. Or way higher first aid or something. Oh, I'm going to toe-to-toe till I die. Screw it. All or nothing. Come on. Nope. Oh, so damn close, though. Yeah, hot, and we've got him. I need a hot, though. Yeah, it was very, very close. I think, yeah, 5 more levels, we'd have nailed him, because we'd have had the other perk, which would have given us much more of a HP drain, etc. That was pretty close, though. I'm quite pleased with that. If I had decent sleeves and pants, I think we'd have been okay. Right, while I heal up, I'm going to get another beer. The answer to and cause of all my problems. And then I'll go get some buffs and come back. See how we do. It was a pretty good try, but yeah. In a team, yeah, because we'd have got backstab and stuff, so would have all gone better. So I'm going to head back to Newland City and buff beg, basically. Nothing wrong with that. It's a multiplayer game, remember? Oh, need nano pool. How many people still? How many people are logged in? 197 currently. Not bad for a Monday evening. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to ask. I miss the fact that hots don't last 4 hours, but hey, you know. Something to bear in mind as well. If you think, oh, I've just got a hot, I need to go and get a drink or do something before I go off and do what I'm going to do. And you go camp. So if you go to the, login character selection screen, your buffs are actually still running and the game counts the time you're out on that screen unless you select a different character. As I found out. Yeah, I think it's building momentum because it has 2 golden rules. No automation, number 1. And don't be a dick or you'll get banned. So when people are dickish, and you've got to be quite dickish, I have to say, then Tataruan, as we say in Wales, or at least in North Wales. Yeah, you just get banned. Does running through mobs allow BS on PRK? I know it used to work online. Running through mobs BS. What do you mean BS? Got a huge influx of players when live started crashing very frequently. Yeah. Oh no, they're attacking our base again. We're too actually, even with all our hacking and exploiting, we still can't defend the base. I know, let's crash the playfield. Yeah. And everyone reported them, and Funcom did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Backstab on... Yeah, it works. It works as intended. So in a team, it's pretty deadly, you know. And you do a lot of damage. Solo, much harder to pull off, you know, because the mob has to be aggroed on someone else as well as you being behind the mob. You can pull it off in a team quite easily, though. Now, I know a bunch of people are quite genuine, generous, and, you know, altruistic in their boxing. Like, oh, I'm only doing it to help other people and make sure I can get things done I want to get done. However, that was never the design of the game. And a lot of people do it to be very self-centered and selfish and very my bat, my ball, what you're going to do about it. Unfortunately. And yeah, we do not do that here. This is Wakanda. They changed it. They've never changed it. Backstab requires the mob to be fighting another player and or NPC, and also for you to be behind it. So in a team, it fires a hell of a lot every time aggro shifts. That's never changed since it was invented or dreamed up or put within the game. If you're managing to get backstab solo, then a bug is happening. Yeah, but you can have 2 accounts logged in at any time on the server. They're not blind to the fact that people, you know, oh, I need a mule because I want to transfer this from character A to character B, or I need a character that I only use to go off and buy a med suit, or I need a character that I do this with, or to sell things, you know, whatever. But you have to log 2 of them in and play them manually. Oh yeah, you can exploit the server delay with backstab, but you're not backstabbing it. You're sneak attacking it. But it's not intended to work that way. Never was. If you're pulling off a backstab when the mob is still aggroed on you, then yeah, it's the spaghetti code or something, because it's not supposed to work that way. You know, I started streaming the game after speaking with the dev team and saying, is it okay if I actually stream this, or am I going to get you guys in the shit? And, you know, and they were like, no, it's totally cool. So I started streaming it, and you know, there was a bit of an influx of people. but not as many as the problems on live have created. I think I'm just shining a light on that it exists, but, you know. Yeah, it shouldn't work like that, dude. Oblique, or however you say that name. It's not intended to work that way. Whee! I got a run buff as well. For me, live is just a hollow shell of a game. It's really sad to see. Yeah, they put in what they called quality of life improvements, but they weren't really improvements. They made certain things so easy, they became trivial, and some of those things were a big part of the game. You know, sometimes I think they threw the baby out of the bathwater with a few things they did that were classed as quality of life, and people naturally liked them because they did make things easier. But yeah. Hi, Samsung. You got Samsung again. I will fix that for you, 3F1. There you go, dude. No more ads for you. Also, can I has a t-shirt that has no value whatsoever, but looks kind of cool? No, because you can't do that, because that would be exchanging a monetary gift for an in-game item. Therefore, the selling of someone else's IP, so you can't do that. Oops, self-blocked. What? Yeah, I've got two different shades, and I played Melee Adve for 15 years, and Backstab never worked like that for me. So if it's doing it for you, there's some sort of delay in the game code or something lately. Because it shouldn't do that, basically. It needs to be the mob attacking someone else and you backstab it. And you're behind it when you do it. Leo donated another $50. Dude! What? Again? What are you doing, my dude? Unless it save it, you're gonna need gas money. Yeah, let's not talk about that. Oh, hell. But yeah, you know, the price of gas is going to go up. Any excuse to knock the... Oh, COVID, we need... Oh, war in Ukraine, we need to put the prices up. Fucking why? There's no oil in Ukraine. What the hell? Yeah, I know you're serious. You have to be. I appreciate that. But I would like a purple t-shirt for this character. I will transfer one from my other character that already has one. It's just, I find this outfit a little revealing. Thank you so much, Leo. That's the third one this weekend, my dude. You know, don't put yourself in a situation you may regret at some point. Please, dude, please. It's beer supply money. Well, it'll definitely do that. In your honour, I will spend that money on beer. You know, otherwise I'm just letting the side down, really. I mean, like, they twisted my rubber arm to buy more beer. You know, I mean, I have to. It's you know. Beer supply money. Excuse me. It wasn't me, it was the carbonated liquid I ingested. Not my fault. Yeah, I appreciate it a lot. I don't do this for monetary gain. I don't. I never have. I started making AO videos because I got sick of explaining how 18.7 worked and a REIT worked and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just make a fucking video. And the next time someone asks, I'll just post the link. And then that video was really, really popular. I think it was how to get the new Shade Nano or how to leave a REIT in 5 minutes. And because I'd played in the beta, I was like, dude, it's really not hard. Here's a 5-minute video. No, do a let's play. You can't let's play this game. It's just not that kind of game. So that morphed into me thinking, yeah, but it would be good to show what it's like to play the game and do stuff in the game, etc. So that morphed into let's build a toon. Back in 11 years ago, in 2015 was the first one. I still had dark hair then and no beard. So yeah, tells you how long ago it was. Yeah, I'm grey as a mule now, as you can see. Have you seen my hair? I look like Gandalf. Yeah, I'll pull it out of the, I'll take the bobble out. All right, get ready to clip. You shall not pass! Embrace Gandalf, I know. Thing is, when your hair's this long, you lean down to look at something, you can't see what the hell's going on. So you end up pretty much, once your hair gets long, it pretty much spends most of its time tied up. And I couldn't put this in only a couple of months ago because these fingers weren't working. Also, they were in a cast, and you really can't do this one-handed. But now I can. Wonders of modern medicine and wonderful doctors at Wiston Hospital. So anyway, there we go. I didn't take over. It wasn't like, yeah, I'm quitting. You're in. You do it now. No, I can remember Shop Tony was making videos, and I talked to him and said, "Oh, the videos are really cool, dude. I made some years ago." And I shared the link, and he was like, "Oh my god, they're really that editing's great." And I was like, "Really?" And I didn't think it was. And he was like, "No, yeah, that's great. I don't know how you do that." And I was like, "Oh well, I could maybe explain it." And he said, "Well, I really want an intro," so I made him an intro yonks ago, and I used my own music creation. Can I find it? So I made him a video, said just download that and use it. It's cool, you know, kind of thing. View your channel. There we go. And I do like Shop Tony. I think he's a very cool guy. Shop Tony. Why is it brought all those? Shop Tony intro. What? That search is broken. Yeah, anyway, it's there somewhere. It says Tony's new intro, I think, maybe. Maybe that's why I didn't find it. I'm not sure. But yeah, thank you for the $50, dude. But, you know, just remember gas prices are going to go through the roof. We know it. Anytime there's any kind of aggravation in that part of the world, which we're not going to talk about on this stream because, yeah, it's something that needs to be talked about by people who are a lot smarter and more informed than me, etc. But, you know, the stream is just a bit of fun playing a game. That's what the stream is. It's kind of an escape from all that shit that you're going to be bombarded with on the news cycle anyway. A bit weirded out that the reference that you know I search Sharp Tony on my channel and for some reason it pulls up videos that aren't the thing I'm looking for. It's weird. Oh God, I've still got the snare from before. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. I have a 3F1 shirt and a PRK shirt. I think in the interest of fairness. There we go. 3F1. And that was not me paying for it with a gifted sub. I paid for that out of whatever I've earned this month on the channel. So, yeah, there you go. So, it's Leo's fault, really. I'm on full def, aren't I? I don't think I need to be on full def. Let's go like 50-50. So we get more incidental hits in. Dimash! Would I recommend PRK over the official service for a newbie? Possibly not, actually. I don't know, really. If you want to experience the game I fell in love with, then play PRK. If you want to see what the current game is like, maybe play live. So make a Rubi account. Make a free account on live. Try it out. If you like the way the game is, even on live, but think maybe the community lets it down a bit, or the stability isn't quite what you were looking for, then maybe this version of the game is better for you. It's a difficult one to call because I played for like 20 years or so. Yeah, see, I knew it as soon as we got. Oh, I didn't do a thingy on him. Yeah, as soon as we got the hot, that tipped the balance of the fight. There we go. Well, here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. You can play on this server, the PRK server, for free, and you can play on the live server for free. So you can, you know, Dora the Explorer. Why not both? You know, there's nothing stopping you from doing both, you know, really. So I'm just going to kill a few more of these for XP. I've got decent XP, you know. Obviously, they're two completely isolated installations. Your characters aren't connected. You know, if you've got gear and loot on one server, you haven't got it on the other necessarily and all that. So, but you can try both and see which one feels more your thing. Was that the respawner? Looting Mortig. Is this like a lost mob for some reason? Is he? It doesn't say lost Mortig, it says looting Mortig. Doesn't seem to have respawned. Crusher, I bet he's something different, isn't he? There was one that respawned on us, but I don't think it was that one. Must be behind the target. Yeah, that backstab hack, not working. I've never pulled it off on live either, to be honest, so... Oh, I love hot sauna. Lower level. Shade. Yeah, but the next totemic rites is pretty awesome, from memory. Yeah, so you're going to run into a lot of day-to-day issues on PRK that you wouldn't run into on the live servers. You know, and at some point in the future, they may say, sorry guys, we've put in a bunch of work and to make the server work better, and how characters play on the server will work better. However, this means we're going to have to wipe the server. So you can lose all your progress completely, forever. So that is a downside you need to be aware of. I think we've adjusted short hots and make them... Yeah, this was like 30 minutes, which is what I remember FE, like Reflect and everything else. I think a wipe is coming up also. Well, maybe. If it is, it is, and then I start over. But, you know, for me, it's simply that, you know, I'm playing the game to play the game in the moment, to have the fun in the moment of the game. I'm not looking at, oh, you know, 10-year-old, 20-year-old, 25-year-old characters that I have on live. Yeah, there's no set date for a wipe. So I've heard a lot of spurious information. And by spurious, I mean wholly inaccurate, unfounded, and completely wrong information. Okay, just so we're clear. Like, the first thing I heard was there's no ranged combat. There is only melee combat. Not true. That's complete bollocks. Number 3, they wipe seasonally. Also not true. The wipes happen for a specific set of reasons. It's like a last... It's a port of last resort, is my understanding. The only way we can fix this is to do what we're going to do, but any character that still has the old data embedded in the character is fucked if we fix it. So the only way to fix it is to wipe the server. Hope they fix the bug with Job armor. Well, yeah, I'm sure they will. So the usual definitions for these things are like, okay, a beta means it's a production game and it's feature complete. So all the bells and whistles are there. They're all attached, but there may be some bugs with them. That's what a beta is. An alpha is, we're still messing around, you know. And not everything is there yet. Not everything works as it's supposed to. And what we're playing on here is a pre-alpha, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I think the community that's being built here is brilliant. Oh, I mean, my sense of not falling off things isn't, but yeah. We got out the hole, so I'm not bothered. You fell off it all the damn time. Oh, yeah, there you go. It's bugged geometry. Totally wasn't my fault. No, I'm pretty sure it's my fault. I thought this reset was... oh, this music hidden. Why is it hidden? Oh, God, don't... How do I can't turn auto mod off. Cool GUI said, oh, fuck, this music hits so hard. Stop doing that, Twitch. Sorry about that, dude. I don't know why Twitch does that. It does it with Twink and Noob. Oh, lost. No. No lost mobs. Thank you very big. I cursed. Oh my God, you dropped an F-bomb. Auto mod. Yeah, there's an auto mod feature. I'll show you. I'm not making it up. There's no excuses. Oh God. Although the chat's kind of gone a little bit wonky. Yeah, auto mod held a message for using private block terms expired and not posted to chat. Cool guy. Oh fuck, this music hits so hard. It's the auto moderation on Twitch, and I've no idea where it does that. It's annoying. It doesn't bother me. Christ on a bike, you know. I felt like Funcom wanted you to fall down. Well, they didn't have to want all that hard. We might have a look at these. These are the tigs you're normally farming in Shadowlands over here. Love to see missions. They may be incoming at some time. Oh, Christ. 110. Nope. Okay. I think we run back a different way. You didn't fall. You were pushed means after playing AO incognito. Oh, I think I might have crashed the client. Yeah, this is what you're going to deal with. And if you're not okay with this, you can't accept that. Oh, yeah, you know, it glitches now and again. It does silly stuff and you've got to work around. If you're not okay with that, it might not be for you. I am okay with it, you know. I played AO in 2001, and it fucking basically worse than this. Times 100. I'm not even joking. You couldn't get out of a backyard in 2001. I'm not joking, guys. You couldn't. You were trying to, and you spent like 3 days just trying to exit the backyard. It was nuts how bad it was when it released. Yeah, I think it's locked. Yeah, he locked. Okay. All right. No problem. Yeah, so you're going to have to deal with this and things like that. So if you're not comfortable with that, it, you know, or that's going to irritate you really badly, then perhaps not right away. But for someone that's played for over 25 years or for 25 years and change, whatevers, over it, don't care, you know. It doesn't bother me in the least because my expectations are, oh well, you know, this shit's gonna happen playing this game on this server. It's a project, it's not a production game. If I want to play a production game, I can just go play live. My accounts are active, etc., etc. I prefer playing this. I just do. Newland looks busy. Oh yeah, Christ on a bike. Opening day stroke week. What a mess. Oh God, yeah, it was. Our server stalls every time Portaler turns on the microwave. Tell Portaler to eat more healthily. Stop eating processed food. Ready meals are bad for you. Come cook properly on the stove and oven and whatnot. I'm only joking. Do what you want, dude. I microwave baked potatoes all the time. Why? Because it doesn't take 45 minutes. That's why. It takes like 6.5 minutes or something. And I do like a baked potato with a ton of butter in it, and a bit of black pepper, a bit of salt, some tuna, and maybe some mayo with the tuna. Yeah, good healthy meal. Full of vitamins, carbs, you got a ton of vitamin C from the potato skin and stuff when you eat it. So yeah, it's all cool. Are the PRK servers more active than the main ones? Unknown. Unknown because Funcom do not publish the amount of MREs. No, MREs are boil in the bag, dude. You do not need a microwave for an MRE. You can get a pan of hot water out of the kettle, straight into the pan, and then simmer the pan for 8 minutes, and you'll get a much better MRE. Proved that to my grandson, who came to stay for a couple of days. He's in the army cadets and that, and he came with MREs, and I was like, oh, meal's ready to eat. You think we don't know what they are? And then proceeded to like put a little snip at the top of the bag, put the bag in the pan of hot water, and I said, there you go. And there's a spork you can eat it with that it came with. And he said, that's the nicest it's ever been. He used to hit those on the back of a tank. Any port in a storm, dude. Any port in a storm. I bought AO from WH Smith's back in 2001. Thought it was a normal game. Totally surprised I had to connect to the internet to play. MMO was a totally new concept. It was the second ever MMO, I think. No, third ever. It was... before that was EverQuest. And before EverQuest there was another one, but I forget the name. I went down a few boxes in my storage the other day and found the AO box. Yeah, I never bought the original game physically. I paid for the download on the advice of a couple of mates. Now, back in 2001, internet in our area. This is North Wales. I mean, we only got electricity like 20 years ago, apparently. But yeah, we in the town I live in miraculously got broadband over dial-up, and it was just DSL, so dual synchronous line, all that stuff. So I had a 0.5 meg download speed, which was 10 times the speed they had on dial-up, or 20 times the speed they had on dial-up. So they said, oh, we're coming to your house, we're going to pay for a takeout and everything else, but can we just download this, that, and the other? So it would be movies and this and something else. And then one day they showed up and said, oh, I want to download this game. It looks fucking awesome. We really want to play it. And I was like, oh, okay then. So they downloaded it. We burned it to a CD and then burned it to a second CD so they could both go home with it. Because, yeah, AO came on a CD at one time. And then because I had the image, I burned myself a CD, installed it, and it said, you need an account. And I was like, oh. So I paid for the download of it rather than buy the initial game for whatever it was. And then pretty much been subscribed ever since. Yeah, DSL, dual synchronous line or something. So you got half the value for upload as you did for download. But if you were downloading in a certain way, I have an eye patch. The bay looks good today. So if you're doing anything like that, it smothers the bandwidth you have. What I've got now is 1 gigabit fiber, totally different ball game. I have what I believe you wanted from the Mortigs. I've got a blue frothy thing. What the hell is that anyway? Yeah, that. Ding-a-ling, 86. You have the original, but I've got the original Note Wars and the original AI, I think. And then the other two, I took a bit of a break from the game because, you know, my son was born. I had to be responsible and also had no sleep whatsoever. So I chose family over fun times playing games. So that was great. I mean, if I go back, actually, if I think, can I do this without doxing myself, maybe? Let me see. I go to the live server. Yeah, that doesn't dox me. So there we go. Payment history. AO download offer for $29. And then just scroll, 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 scroll. There you go. All the way up to there. That's how that worked. Did I see MOX box? I don't know. I don't know. Starlink, middle of TN here. TN. What's... Oh, God. What's TN's referencing? It's a country or region, but I don't know which one it is. Tennessee. Ah, there you go. Yeah. I don't know all the acronyms. And, well, I guess USA, but yeah. Yeah, so we've got actual fibre to the door here, which is incredible considering where I live, which is properly farms and whatnot. But we've got it, and it costs me $45 a month for the 1 gig unlimited broadband, which is, what's that in dollars? Well, I tell you now, the $50 Leo donated at the beginning of or earlier in the stream equates to 35 British pounds. And thank you again for that. So yeah, so 45 is going to be like what, $60 maybe, something like that, for 1 gig down and 100 megabyte up, which for me is perfect. I can stream to Twitch and I can stream to YouTube at really high bit rate. You probably noticed on the stream that it's 1440p, 60 FPS, and you know, if you maximize it, you feel like you're playing the game yourself. You know, I mean, there's very little digital artifacting because of the sheer bandwidth that you've got there. I bought AO at launch on a whim at Comp USA when I saw the box on the shelf. 2001, 2? Yeah, probably, yeah. Getting a beer, I'll be back. Gigabit would be €56. Yeah, maybe. But I work from home, and, you know, my wife watches Netflix all the time in the evenings. My son is on his Xbox downloading a 100 gigabit game. So I have to have it high enough that everyone else can just chill and enjoy their evening however they want. But it won't affect me working, you know, so I have to, that's why I got that, mainly. I could have gone for half the bandwidth, but I tell you what, when I do want to download something, it's super fast. It's like, oh yeah, I think I'll try that game. Is it 80 gigabyte? Okay. On Steam or something like that. Install game, it starts downloading. Oh, I'll go and put the kettle on, go downstairs, make a cup of tea, come back. Oh, 2 minutes remaining. You know, it's great. It's great. I think it was actually a beta back then we were in. Yeah, there was a 2-week beta in 2001. Not, like only a couple of months before release as well. Oh dear. Right, okay, so same again. That's it. I can self-equip Pred armor now without changing spirits, which is nice. Melee weapons, I think we're capped. We are. Exploring, I think we're capped. We are. Combat and healing then. Boom! First aid. There we go. Yeah, the launch was not well received. In fact, there's an article, I think it's on Something Awful. I think, yeah, something, yeah, there you go, 10th of, where is this? 10th of July, 2001. Do you guys want the link? Hang on. There you go. So here's a web article on the Something Awful forums. God bless them, they're still running. It's semi-satirical. It's a bit like The Onion. I think it's a 3-page thing. Leet of paradise, leet of yeah, they're just, you know. Minecraft borrows from a theme from EverQuest, requiring players to run around and kill things over and over until they go up a level, at which point they move to a new location and kill slightly different things over and over until they reach another level. This is done so players become more powerful and look cooler. The roving packs of 14-year-olds, bunny ears, who play the game, well, I'm not going to say that out loud, to the Home Depot catalogue in their parents' attic. Funk on realising that EverQuest players become addicted to watching the various stats slowly rising over a period of 9 decades, decided to put even more upgradable stats in the game. Normal game requirement, level 20 archery. Anarchy Online, 2-handed range weapons, 120 advanced archery knowledge, advanced beginner intermediate. Yeah, they really, really rip into the game and its bugs and everything else that went on. You know. There's one. Wee, motherfucker. You know, yeah, it's a funny article, especially if you were there at the time. Yeah, I had, I've got, even now, on the hotbar of my Advi, I've got no name, blue, cloudy question mark things. Because they relate to perks and procs and stuff like that don't exist anymore. So yeah, when I read that article, when I first read it, I was like, that's a bit hurtful. But looking back at it 25 years later, it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. What do we want to do? Right, we're 4 more levels. It was bad, guys. It was bad. It was not a good game launch. We can try, well, we know. What level are the Hex in Nascents? They're only level 80, aren't they? We could level up on them, but it's going to take a while, I think, at this point. Farming Predator armors, and forget it. It's camped to hell. We had a beta 3 version 9.0 server kind of working. Oh, cool. Yeah, this isn't a brand new project, by the way, guys. Is it, what, 6-7 years now? Project Rubi-ka's been going, and yes, I've been aware of it. Everyone tells me everything, whether I want them to or not. Yeah, and people were telling me about it. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, but there's no way I'm going to mention that on a video I'm pretty sure Funcom will see at some point, or someone will see and tell Funcom about. So I went, oh, I think I heard of that. I don't know if it's still going, though. You know, I was very on the down low about it because I didn't know what the implications might be for the people involved. And something I won't do in life is just stick someone else's head in a noose, you know, because you just don't do that. So yeah, and then, you know, I had to talk to Raggy, had to talk to Tinkering Idiot, and they were like, oh no, it's totally cool. Funcom, no, it's fine, it's cool, dude. I was like, so I could stream it? And they were like, yeah, if you want, yeah, why not? And I'm like, all right, okay then. You know. Well, I knew that some of the people involved, and as soon as I heard the names, I was like, this is probably going to work, because they care more about this game than bloody Funcom do. And you know, not like that's hard, but you know, I was like, okay. People who persevere is how I've come to know them as individuals, and then hearing who was doing what, I was like, I think this is going to be all right. You know, I think this could pan out. This could be a something. Oh wait, I put all that IP in there. I need to raise nano skills. Oh well, fuck it. Need another level. Yeah. I don't think I could ever go back to 0 in AO. It's a refreshing thing. You should try it. You should try it. Don't dismiss it till you've tried it, as they say. Uh-oh. Nothing on you. How about you? Will you break the snare on and root on me? Please break the root and snare. No, please break it. Don't die so soon. Can't invest the time anymore. Well, you know, I could sit in front of the TV for 4 hours, or I could play this. What do I get back from watching TV? fuck all. Other than, you know, there's the TV. So, yeah, I mean, I kind of weigh things up my own way, I guess. I don't know. Hi, do you want to waste 4 hours of an evening on this thing that's completely free? Yeah, okay. You know, it's a no-brainer. Or was it the keeper? Oh, it was the keeper. Yeah. It's the doing of things I find fun. Yes, I would be very gutted if some of my 220 characters suddenly vanished on the live server. Of course I would. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you know, this ain't that, and I'm not that invested in the characters. I'm just enjoying playing them. You've got no attack, so you're no good to me. I'm just going to ignore you. Yeah, the way I look at it is, you know, I can watch Jean-Luc Picard live another life on a long dead planet in TNG, and it's one of the best episodes they ever made. Again. You know, well, I could do this for the same amount of time. Thing is, I'll probably go watch that episode again after this. I'll probably finish the game and go, yeah, that's it, TV time now. Yeah, we got a bit of lag here, guys. We got a bit of lag. I've only died to lag like 3 times, so it's not the end of the world. And so what if you die? It's not like you died. Actually died or anything, you know. Alright, see if we can get back in. Mu catalytic, alright? Good night, have fun. I will. I am. Yeah, it was the keeper I got the free movements on, because we were at the halfway or most of the way down in what was it? Hey, I killed him. No attack and no attack. But thanks for breaking the route, guys. Yeah, I just don't worry about it. On this server, it's just like, yeah, whatever. I do miss the AO music. Yeah, it's pretty unique and also pretty epic. I don't think it's ever really been bettered. That said, though, the music in Dune Awakening is pretty cool. And I'm not going to knock anyone that worked on that, because they really did capture what Zimmerman did with it. The guy that did the music for... Did he do the music for Blade Runner? The original Blade Runner, or was that Vangelis? Anyway, he did the music on the second one, which is also pretty cool. Yeah, but Hans Zimmer has composed some pretty epic stuff in his time. I'm glad you did stream it, or I would not know about it. Well, that's it. I do have a certain amount. I don't have any clout, so to speak. I have no influence over anybody. But, yeah, I can shine a light on things, I guess. Which isn't necessarily all bad, depending on how I do it, I suppose. Hey, I'm playing this. I think it's cool. What do you guys think? You know, that's kind of my streaming anything works. What is it with you guys and no damned insignias? I need to do the quest, don't I? I hate the quest, but I might have to do it. How does it start? Let's have a look. Maybe we do that. Maybe we get the Elysium quest. Yeah. An L Garden Key quest. There we go. How does it start? Yeah, we need to go to Utopulus, so I still need a bloody insignia. Oh, you'll do. Come on, drop an insignia so I can get the quest started. I'm going to die like 50 times trying to tag mobs, but hey. Especially now, I've been killing a bunch of unread mobs, so they hate me now. It's a Norwegian composer for AO and Dune Awakening. I'm not sure, you know. It's not an out... I think it was done in-house. I'm not entirely sure. It's brilliant, though. The music in Dune Awakening is truly great. But they've leaned very heavily into the, you know... Villeneuve's vision of Dune in his movies, which I do really enjoy. It's very close to my imaginings of it. Obviously, they changed the Shani character quite a bit for the purposes of the film, because it always frustrated Frank Herbert that people thought Paul was a kind of hero figure, and in his mind, Paul is a warning about charismatic leaders and being led astray by them. He's not the good guy, you know. And people read the book and didn't get that. And that's why he wrote, you know, Children of Dune, Dune Messiah, stuff like that, to try and get across to people that, no, he's not the good guy. He's a warning. How dare you, Golden Path? Yeah, well, there you go. So they kind of rewrote the Shani character a little bit, not massively actually, because in the books she's a believer, you know. She's closer to the character in the 1984 movie. But Villeneuve knew that people would kind of not quite get it. So, you know, he kind of rewrote her a little bit. She doesn't storm off at the end of the movie because Paul's going to marry someone else. No, that's not it. She storms off because Paul has become the thing that she hates, which is non-Fremen, her own people, becoming the messiah of her people, all following him blindly into war and battle till the end of days, all based on a disinformation campaign by the Bene Gesserit. She sees through it all in that movie. That's why she storms off. Not angry that he's getting off with Florence Pugh, and I mean Florence Pugh, damn good looking girl. But yeah, it's a marriage of politics and convenience. And in the books it's described that way. You know, he says you will never have the touch of me or any of my children. You know, it's one of those. You know, he does stay true to Shani in that marital kind of commitment. You know, I will only ever touch Shani. I will never touch you. I will only have Shani bear my children, not you. You know, you're a marriage of political convenience is how he presents it to her. And I think in Children of June, she kind of resents that in the end. She feels like, no, I love you as well. You know, it's really weird. Yeah, Children of June is a Herbert trying to get people back on board with, no, look. He's not the Messiah. He's a very naughty boy, you know, kind of thing. But then his son takes on the vision that he saw, you know, through the prescience of his ancestors and everything else. Yeah, but, you know, if you combine yourself with the sandworms, you know, you become a 1,000-year-old demigod kind of thing. Yeah. I hope it get packaged out so folks can run their own server. I definitely would do that. It's the entire antithesis of what this is, to be honest. My bat, my ball, I'll play my own game is not what this is about at all. Honestly, it's really not. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. I'm not saying it's not fine. I'm saying it's the antithesis, like the opposite of what Project Rubi-ka is. Project Rubi-ka is, this is what we feel and believe the game is trying to be, or the original devs wanted it to be. Come and have a look at it. Core, isn't it brilliant, you know? But I can't see them parceling it out. There was the AO thing longer. Where have I come out? NL. Oh. Inig. I've come out at Inig. I've gone to the wrong spot. That sounds like the kind of thing I'd do. So I actually wanted barter, which is all the way over there. Now I've got to figure out how to get there. The only reason I got into this game was a married couple I knew who worked as devs on the game. Figures? Yes, that will be right there when I don't go and bloody well zone out the wrong thing. Terminating the garden. Taxi is the way forward. Nah. We're doing TIGs, everyone. We're doing TIGs if I can get there. Now I've come out the wrong bloody exit. Yeah, I come out the wrong door. What am I doing? Not a team. Not very live-like. Yeah. I've got a box. Join. Okay. XP. That's what I put on it. Barnacles team. Yeah, sounds cool. Where the hell am I? Oh, there I am. I'm getting close to barter anyway. A lone mob in the middle of his own little bit of sand. I think I'll avoid. there's the TIG spot. People being asses in chat without high level, what, coming to diners and just taking over. Well, it happens. It happens. Doesn't happen here so much, but there is a little bit of drama everywhere, as you may expect. Are they down here on the beach, or where are they at? Yeah, unfortunately, when I come and do this stuff... Found you? Found you. Yeah, unfortunately, when I stream this, it goes out to a broader audience, and some of them, when they actually play the game, are perhaps... not that... You know... It might not be the right kind of personality fit. I don't know. But they still watch the stream. Yes, big XP. At full def as well. Backstab, there we go. It's all landing. Yeah, backstab works just fine, or it seems to. Nanomage Master Race. Don't like Nanomage. Toma, Carlos, just curious on your opinion of the race for Doctoral Crap. Solitus or Atrox or Opifex or Nanomage. They all work differently at different levels, and they're all good. There's no right and wrong. There's what you do with what you've got. Everybody lag now. Yeah, there's no right or wrong. My own inverted commas bunny ears fan base on YouTube said, "Oh, we're doing Let's Build a Tune, are we? All right, well, do an Atrox crap." And he was fucking awesome by the end. It really was great, you know. He had so much HP by 220 that even when he got aggro, he was like, yeah, so what? You know, so he didn't get the pets as early as he would have done as an Nanomage or whatever, but, you know, he worked really well. You watch them on your downtime from work. Yeah, they're kind of like half entertainment, half informational, info, you know, kind of thing. Nanomage Soldier. It works. You can make anything work. You just got to work at it. That's all you got to do. Nanomage Enforcer. I'd do it. I'd do it. Ain't gonna do it today, though. If I had the time to make those sorts of videos again, I would. But you guys have got to realise the 45 minutes you watch is like a day's work. It really is. And I just don't have that kind of time anymore, working a white-collar job. I just don't. I'd love to do, you know, I had to set a day aside to make the getting started on Project Rubi-ka video. Because it's not just, you know, the 45 minutes or whatever you see, it's the, you know, record the game for 4 hours while you're playing it. Then edit that down to a concise 45 minutes that makes sense and informs people. That and the editing takes longer than that, you know. So 4 hours playing, and then however many hours and minutes editing the thing. Then you got to render it. Then you got to upload it. You know, there's a shit ton of stuff going on. Oh, it did land in the end. Couldn't tell it landed. Nice. Ooh, what level requirement? Oh yeah, what's going on? Joyless Spirit of Clear Thought, 46 to all. Nice. Oh shit. Accidentally pulled the named mob. Yeah, that was on me. Yeah, it happens. It happens. It's cool. That was my bad. I I aggroed him from like a mile away. And no, we want you shiny place. All right, let's just heal up a bit before we exit. So I'm pretty new. Watched your stream and joined about 2 weeks ago. I'm loving the game. I don't play much as a kid, but watching you made me want to go back and retry it. Sorry about that. I've noticed most people seem to be very nice. Most people actually are very nice. You know, there are some assholes in the world, and we all have to deal with them. Yeah, showing you around and all that. Most people are genuinely decent people because as a species, we would have never made it through our primitive ages. Or like the bloody Ice Age or anything else if we hadn't been like that. Unfortunately now, you know, we got too many descendants of Genghis Khan who wants to fucking own everything. Running the world. That's the problem. But I'll be back in a sec. Right, I is back. I even pulled my pants on. Yeah, we're never going to make it out of here alive. None of us are. You know, make the best of it. You can be, if you can be kind rather than cruel, choose that. Yeah, that's the only life guidance you'll get from me. It's all you need, really, and you probably knew it already. There really are too many assholes in the world. You know, that's just how the world is, unfortunately. But, you know, it doesn't mean everyone has to be one. You know, you can be the better person. And ultimately, the reward is the act itself. Being a decent person, some people somehow see as a weakness, and it's like, totally not. You know, if everything goes to shit, the only people that actually survive aren't the, you know, the darker charactered people. It's everybody else. And, you know, they survive because they can show a bit of empathy and kindness to each other. Yeah, you survive as a species or fail as an individual. We only survived as long as we have because we worked together. I don't know where the team is now, though. Psychopaths, yeah, sociopaths, narcissists, all of them. They're littered through history. Oh, shit. Not that way. I was trying to find a way to go to where I saw them last that didn't involve dying. Guess I didn't find it. I don't know where the hell they are or how to get to them. Ooh, nice chunk of XP there while I'm waiting. Yeah, we only get out of this by working together. You know, that's it. That's what's kept us going for as long as we've been going. Oh my god, my typing. Yeah, you keep starting fights and trying to own and control everything in a naturally organic human cell. And yeah, it's not going to go well for you. And the whole alpha male and all that the guy that actually coined that phrase and did the research on wolves realized his mistake and spent the rest of his life recanting what he'd written, because the test was done on a bunch of individual wolves who were wild but isolated from their own pack. So they were all thrown into an environment together, which is not how they live in the wild. In the wild, they live in family groups. And said the whole concept of that was just whoever was the meanest bastard wins. He said, well, yeah, in an artificial environment, it does. But organically out in the world, that's not how it works. Because wolves out in the wild live in family units. You know, it's the fucking Addams family. You know, that's what you're dealing with, really. We're getting a bit out of scope for PRK there, but yeah, that's it. The guy that actually did the research, I mean, you can Google it if you want, spent the remainder of his life trying to persuade people he'd got it wrong. So when people go, oh, I'm an alpha, you're a beta, blah, blah, I'm like, yeah, that's fucking astrology for jocks. It's just bullshit. You know. Yeah, fine. Yeah, they need victims. Yeah. And the longer you live, the easier they are to spot. But nobody got to my age back then when we were hunter-gatherers. It was only at the turning point of the Neolithic era when we stopped wandering around and went, hey, why don't we put all the bovine animals in a fit and fence them off and go and get one when we want one? Instead of looking for seeds and berries, why don't we plant them and eat them when they grow? You know. That's when we went from being ancient to being modern, was the Neolithic. And then the invention of modern tools, so people would spend half a lifetime becoming a really good flint knapper. Someone that could create arrowheads and other things and cutting tools and whatever from flint would spend most of their life learning to become that. Because it takes a lot of work and practice and all sorts. So, yeah, that's when we started structuring society in that way. Someone in charge to oversee everything. Someone else that does the actual work and makes things. You know, and so on and so forth. And we've kind of never moved back from that. You know, it's kind of weird, but yeah, we've never really moved back from it. Never gone, wait a minute, that's not how to organise a society. It's kind of funny, yeah. It is kind of funny. Because the kind of people that most fit into that leadership role, unfortunately, is the worst kind of people you could possibly meet. Oh, the XP is just pouring in. It's going like the clappers. We're moving on up now to over here. I'm just wailing on these mobs and hoping for the best. I don't know what else I'm doing. I'm on a shade, you know? Oh yeah, we're getting some decent XP out of them, I'll tell you that for nothing. I need to do something though, because I tabbed in and out of game for a nanosecond and the music stopped. Did I ding earlier? I did. It's fine. It's going into sneak attack with the next level of backstab. Yeah, no, yeah, I did. Don't ask me to reference it in the middle of a team going like the clappers, though. Yeah, so the study itself was flawed because it was looking at an animal or a selection of animals outside of their natural habitat and environment. But don't ask me to, like, you know, pause and go do, because I can't while I'm doing this. If you look up yourself, origins of alpha male, you'll probably come across it quite quickly. Because the guy who came up with it, coined the phrase, whatever, did their absolute damnedest to get it undone. But yeah, some people cling to it. But it's basically astrology for fucking jocks. It's bullshit. Wolves exist in family groups. They don't exist in isolation. The study was based on a bunch of wolves, all of which were captured outside of their family unit and put in the same environment together. So, of course, they all fight for dominance. That's what puppies do. But it's not what wolves do. Yeah, he completely disavowed it. He was like, no, the study was flawed. Yeah, I was wrong. That's not a thing. Please don't keep... Yeah, he literally spent the remainder of his life trying to... No, I was wrong. I made a grave error. You know, stop referencing my flawed work. But people just run with it because it suits them, doesn't it? You know, that's why. Yeah, the psychology of human groups is they behave more like a family, you know. Oh, God, Mum's here. Oh, God. Yeah, I know we love her, but she's a bit much. You know, whatever. You know, that's how human beings are to this day. And that's what he was trying to get across was, no, the study was flawed, because in social groups, it don't work like that. In their natural environment, how they operate is completely different. Gotta go, can't handle. Handle boyfriend aggro any longer. Fair enough. Oh, psychopath. Yeah, well, you know. That occurs in, I think, all higher primates and you know, indeed, other mammals. You know, there's always a pathology where... I don't know. Oh god, he's done the thing. Tig bravely ran away. Oh, nice. Yeah, we're putting them on. Oh, here we go. Oh god, this mob is what level? Yeah, we'd be totally dead soloing. It's only thanks to the guy healing that's doing such a great job that we're even alive at all. Seriously. Big boss is two-shot my agent when I was leveling it, yeah. Fucking hell, they hit hard. Yeah, no messing. But it's only through virtue of being in a team that I'm even alive at all. Oh yeah. I'm trying to follow the pack. I'm not trying to lead the pack. Just focus. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it. It's a great team, I've got to say, because they're keeping my gimp arse alive. I was struggling with orange mobs before, but in the team, suddenly, God mode. Okay, melee specials. Sneak attack. Yeah, you know it, baby. Damage. Took a chunk of his health there. God damn. Teams, which would you say it's the hardest to find? I don't know. I'm a DPS. I don't care. Pew, 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 pew. Tank is the hardest to find. There you go. Consensus. Right, silly bang, here we go. I'm sorry guys, I'm kind of focusing on playing rather than talking to you guys, which is really bad. I'm such a shit streamer. I really am bad. You know, you guys don't even realize how bad I am. I should be going, hey guys, and oh, we got silly bang. Okay. I'm here on full def and I'm still pulling aggro. That's how good Shade's damage can be. It is kind of bonkers. Not gonna lie. Tank as a soldier, you can with the dock. Yeah, so it's situational, isn't it? You know, you got a good enough dock, and yeah, you can probably tank as a soldier. It's going to be way more difficult to maintain aggro. I'm only pulling aggro through pure damage on this character. Yeah, keeping the aggro. That's the key as a tank. Is you got to keep the aggro. The taunt line nano is very IP expensive as soldiers too. Well, yeah, maybe. Domestical. Cheered with 100 bits. Thank you very much. Okay, we got lag. Oh, damn. No more mobs. Yeah, we had a bit of a spike there, let's be fair. Pull the other train. My bad. Ooh, come on. Backstab, backstab. Must be behind the target. I'm fucking behind him. Oh my god, that was... Yeah, that was something. That was the thing. You TMS shut down your nano skills. I can't even remember. No. I'm just charging in and hitting things hard. That's it. Backstab attacking you every time. When I'm using NDGUI, global chat is all written in a red colour. It's kind of purple for me. As you can see on the stream. Didn't get it. Did not get. Feel like I'm not gaining XP. It feels like my XP bar's not moving. And yet, we're killing big scary mobs. The whole thing's weird. I'm not behind the mob, apparently. Must be behind the mob. Okay. Yeah, it's getting late. It is. It's 10 o'clock at night. You know me. I turn into a pumpkin. But yeah, great team though. Thank you guys. Yep. Thanks for keeping this gimp alive. The healing was like exceptionally good. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna call it there. Right. Love you all. we'll miss you all. Back in work tomorrow, I'm afraid. We did do the thing. I might do the garden key quest. I don't know. I mean, on my computer is red. It's confusing. Your monitor is not very good. That's why it's red. Otherwise, it wouldn't be. Hate to break it to anyone, but the reason colors don't look right 99% of the time is your monitor is not great for color represent. Always look at how much sRGB coverage it has, and if it's lacking, then it's not a good monitor. It could also be that you don't have the right color profile for your monitor. Yeah. I mean, you're watching the stream. What color was the global chat there? For me, it's kind of a purple type of color. And this monitor is calibrated. The gray on that screen is just a dark white as far as the monitor's concerned. Right. Anyway, I've had good fun tonight. We've done a lot of dumb stuff, but managed to make it work. So until the next one, I will say thank you very much for the donations. Leo, you're awesome. I can't believe you've done that 3 nights in a run. That's bonkers. But thank you anyway. And just remember, keep your gas money. You know they're going to screw us over for it, whether it costs more to make or not. It happens every bloody time. Until then, love you all. Miss you all. See you in the next one.